Things are never quite what they seem. We think we understand the world around us, but we really only see the outside, what it seems to be. I used to be just like you. I believed in humanity, the newspapers, soap commercials, politics, and history books. But one day, the world kicks you in the teeth, and you don't have any choice but to see things the way they really are. My name is Lucas Kane. My story is the one where an ordinary guy has something extraordinary happen to him. Maybe it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was my destiny or my karma or whatever. I know one thing for sure. Nothing's ever going to be the same again. It all started right here. Where else could it happen? New York, capital of the universe. The chessboard destiny chose for the last big game. I was just another pawn living my pawn's life. Until that night, when my life descended into chaos. What have I done? I didn't want... It was like a dream. Quick. I've got to get out of here, but before somebody comes in here. It's barred up. I can't get out this way. I'm bleeding. I must have cut my wrist with the knife. Both of my forearms are cut, too. Out of order. The knife. I've got to get rid of it. Empty.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
And that's how my story ends. The police found blood on my clothes and arrested me. So I'll be spending the rest of my days rotting in some prison somewhere. I'll never find out exactly what happened that cold night in January in the toilet of that restaurant. Because as far as everyone else is concerned, I'm just another killer. I'm bleeding. I must have cut my wrist with the knife. Both of my forearms are cut, too. The knife. I've got to get rid of it. Empty.
Don't move. You are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
And that's how my story ends. The cop, who thought at first that I was injured, found the body in the stall. I'll be spending the rest of my days rotting in some prison somewhere. I'll never know exactly what happened to me that cold night in January, in the toilet of an East End restaurant. It's barred up. I can't get out this way. The knife. I've got to get rid of it. Empty.
You got a problem, pal? You want to take a picture?
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here.
Sir? Are you all right? You're as white as a sheet.
I'll be all right. I'm fine. Thanks.
A large snowy cold front coming down from Canada is bringing temperatures far below normal seasonal averages. New snow is expected to fall throughout the day tomorrow, all along the east coast. Here's a temperature map for your area.
No good man.
Sir,
The waitress. She noticed something. I'm done for. Yes?
I think that you might have forgotten to pay your bill.
Oh, yes, of course. Excuse me. The bill for the meal. How could I forget that? Quick, before somebody finds the body. I need to get out of this neighborhood before the police get here. I live too far away to walk. I have to find another way to get back home. Brooklyn, please.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
Doc's Diner, that's it. Why do they always wait for me to go on duty before they start killing each other in the middle of the night?
Tyler, somebody gets murdered every day in New York.
But especially when I'm on night duty. It's as if every psycho in the city has it in for me.
If you want a bitch, do it inside. That way I don't have to freeze to death listening to it.
You're the boss, Carla.
In 5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all. I still don't know if it was fatigue, or cold, or something else. But I clearly remember the bad feeling I got when I walked into that restaurant. As if some part of me already knew that this time, something was different. How's it going, McCarthy?
Evening, Inspector. I've been waiting for you. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
Homicide. I found the body in the toilets. I had to go before I went home.
Did anybody notice anything strange?
No, nobody saw anything.
Do we have a suspect?
A client left just before I found the body.
How was the victim killed?
With a blade, from what I could gather. But we should wait for the autopsy.
Who is the victim?
His name was, John Winston. A regular here at the restaurant. Kate knew him. She could tell you more.
Were there other customers in the restaurant at the time?
Yeah, 2 other guys. I let them go home. I wrote down their names and numbers in case you wanted to question them.
Is that the waitress over there?
Yeah, Kate Morrison. I think that you should interrogate her. If you don't mind me saying, go easy on her, Inspector. She's still in a state of shock.
Which table was the suspect sitting at?
Oh, he was sitting at that table over there.
Thanks for your help, Martin. It's late. I think you can go home and get some sleep.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished with Kate, if you don't mind. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
Kate? I'm Inspector Carla Valenti. I'm in charge of the investigation here. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No. Go ahead.
Have you been working here long, Kate?
It'll be 11 years next month. I've seen all sorts in this place. Down and outers, junkies, you name it. The till's been robbed a few times, but murder? That's a new one. Poor John, he was such a nice guy.
Did you know the victim well?
John was a regular. He came every Monday. He always ordered the same thing and left a nice tip.
What was he like, Kate? Do you think you could describe him for me?
I only saw him for a few seconds. I guess he was about average height, fairly young. That's all I can remember.
What was the man doing before the murder happened?
He was there for a while. He was reading, I think.
Do you know whether the victim had any enemies? Anybody that might want to kill him?
John was just a nice, normal guy. I can't see why anybody would want to kill him.
Was John here alone? Did he speak with anyone?
John always came alone. We chatted a bit, the weather, his job, the usual stuff. He never talked to anybody else.
What happened before the murder? Did you notice anything unusual?
No. It was just a night like any other.
Did you hear anything while John was in the toilets? Sound of a struggle or yelling?
No, I didn't notice anything.
Can you tell me what you saw?
There weren't that many people tonight. It's usually pretty calm during the week. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. I didn't even see John get up. Oh my God.
You have to try to be strong, Kate. I know that this has been a shock for you, but you're the only one who can help us find the suspect.
My shift was almost over. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. John got up and went to the restroom. The man must have followed him. When he came back out, I noticed that he hadn't paid his bill. I'm careful, because that happens a lot here, people forgetting to pay their bill.
What happened next?
The man came back, he paid his bill and left. It wasn't until Martin found John's body that I realized...
Did you happen to notice anything strange about John tonight? Did he seem worried or stressed out?
No, he was just like he always is. He even made a joke when he came in.
Do you think that you would recognize the suspect?
I'll never forget that face.
Perfect. Do you think that you could come down to the station tomorrow and help us construct a likeness of the killer?
Yeah, I'll do whatever you think I can to help catch him.
Thank you very much for your help, Kate.
I hope you find the bastard who did it. People like that just don't deserve to live.
I promise you, we'll do everything in our power to find him. Go home now and try to get some sleep. Martin will make sure you get home okay.
Good night.
Hey, Garrett. Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Hey, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
So, you guys find anything?
We took some samples here and there. We're almost finished. We were just waiting for you before we took the body away.
Okay, let's take a look. Huh. Here's his fork, but where's the knife? A cup of coffee and a soft drink? That's weird. He's a caffeine addict, or else he wasn't alone. Well, the coffee's not on the bill. this is his, it's a pretty weird book for a killer to be reading. Garrett, there's a book under this table. Why don't you check it out for prints?
You got it, Carla.
Frank, can you verify all of the calls that came through this phone tonight?
You got it, Carla.
Tyler, I'm gonna take a look outside. Good evening, sir.
Whoa! Hey, babe. What can I do for you?
Cold enough for you?
Yeah, well, luckily I got this to keep me warm. You want a little splash?
My name is Carla Valenti. And you? What's your name?
My name? What the hell is my name? Nobody uses it anymore. Guess I just forgot it. Yeah, oh, Bogart, yes. My friends call me Bogart. Must be because I look so much like that actor fella.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to get someplace warm. Take care of yourself. The door only opens from the inside.
So, Sherlock, stuck outside?
Leave me alone, Tyler. A pool of blood. This is where he killed him. Why is there blood here?
Did you find anything?
Possibly. I don't understand why there would be blood here.
Maybe it belongs to the victim.
Not likely. Get Garrett to analyze it, then we'll know for sure. Several wounds on the left side of the chest, in the area of the heart. They appear to be knife wounds.
No trace of a struggle. Looks like the guy was taken totally by surprise. Man, stab some dude in the toilets? You gotta be crazy. This guy took a big risk. Anybody could have walked in here and surprised him.
Did you find anything, Tyler?
For that, I'd have to be able to keep my eyes open.
Keep up the good work, Tyler. Tyler's been my partner for almost a year. He grew up with the gangs in the Bronx before he decided to join the force. Sometimes he's unpredictable, but he's a good guy.
Come on, let's go, Carla. I can't even keep my eyes open anymore.
I want to take another look around. We haven't found the murder weapon. It might still be around here somewhere.
Maybe it was a revenge thing, or a psycho. This town is full of psychos. They're everywhere. When I was in the Bronx, I saw guys who'd rip your guts out and hand them to you just so they could take your shoes.
Tyler, can you shut up for 2 minutes? Blood. The killer is wounded. A taxi. The murderer might have come or gone in a taxi. I'm gonna check on the destinations of taxis leaving this area. Tyler's got the keys to the car. I better go find him.
Hey, Garrett. Carla wants you to verify 2 or 3 things. Don't worry, I wrote it all down on this paper so you wouldn't forget.
I had a feeling that Carla was gonna keep us up a little longer.
You look hammered, Tyler.
Yeah, this is my 3rd night on call in a row. You know me, man. If I don't get my beauty sleep, it's Zombie City.
You should be out of here pretty soon now.
You don't know Carla. She's capable of keeping everybody up till breakfast. Man, she is by far the most stubborn girl I ever met. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
He wasn't killed in the stall. The killer dragged the body in to hide it.
Bizarre.
What?
Well, he still has his credit card and $100 in cash on him. I guess the killer wasn't after his money.
Do you know if anyone has contacted the family?
Not as far as I know. Oh, right, I get it. I'll take care of it. Unless there's a gang running around hiding bloody knives in toilets, I think I might have found the murder weapon.
Great. Tell Garrett, have him check for prints on the handle.
Okay. Carla, she's really something else. She's not always easy to get along with, but she's the best damn cop I know.
You ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
Yeah, you're right. Let's take another look around before we go.
Hey, Carla, I'm gonna take a look outside, see if I can find anything. This is the window from the toilets in the restaurant. Yo.
What do you want?
I was wondering, you didn't happen to see anything unusual tonight, did you?
Ah, leave me alone. I got nothing to say. I don't talk to cops.
Right, thank you. You've been helpful.
You ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
Nope, we're good. Let's head home.
Okay, let's bust.
It's time to get back to the car. I'm dead tired.
A nightmare. It was all just a horrible nightmare. I didn't kill anyone. I wasn't dreaming. It all really happened. I'm gonna get ready and go to work. Oh, my head. Feels like somebody shoved a steel bar in my brain and then melted it. Gotta make it stop.
Hey, you're listening to KWN 605, and it's now time for the weather flash.
That should help my migraine. Notice reads, "Don't take with alcohol." Thus spoke Zarathustra by Nietzsche. I've read it so many times I know half of it by heart. The sheets are full of blood. I can't go back to bed. I'm not tired anyway. This will hide the blood, in case anyone comes in the room. I'll change the sheets later. My parents, Marcus, and me, before the accident. Hello?
Lucas, it's good to hear from you. I thought I called to find out if maybe you wanted to go to Mom and Dad's tomb together. And to be honest, I thought it might be a good excuse to get back in touch with you.
I need to see you, Marcus. I'm in big trouble.
What are you talking about, Lucas? What happened?
I can't really talk about it on the telephone. It's serious, Marcus.
I'll meet you in half an hour at the park.
See you there.
Yesterday, at 7:30 p.m.
Lucas, it's Tiffany. I thought maybe I'd pop over tomorrow night after I leave the hospital and pick up a few things. Well, call me back.
Keys to my apartment. I'll grab them when I'm ready to leave. I'm in no condition. My forearms still hurt. After what happened last night, I'm not really in the mood to play the guitar.
New York police, please open the door. Hey, what's that? Stay where you are and put your hands in the air.
These images in my head. I must be losing my mind. The clothes that I was wearing last night, they're covered in blood. I'd better not leave them there. Massacre in East End restaurant. An especially horrible murder was committed last night in the restroom of a local restaurant. The killer is a man in his 30s of average height with brown hair. Police are already searching for the man and will be releasing a composite sketch in the next few days.
New York police, please open the door.
The police, they know. They've come to arrest me.
Police, open up.
Just a minute, I'm coming.
I can't let them find any evidence linking me to last night. I've got a couple seconds to hide everything before I get the door.
Sir, this is the New York police. I must insist that you open this door immediately.
Just a second, I'm looking for the keys.
If you do not open the door right now, I will be forced to knock it down.
I'm sorry to make you wait like that. I was in the shower.
Are you Lucas Kane?
Yes.
Mr. Kane, the neighbors heard yelling from your apartment. Is there a problem?
Oh, yeah, that was me. I cut myself on some broken glass, and I freaked out a little. Fortunately, it wasn't a really big deal.
Would it be all right if I took a little look around your apartment?
Listen, I promise you, everyth's fine.
Do you mind if I just go ahead and look around anyway, sir?
Whatever. Go ahead.
What happened to your wrist, sir?
I told you I had a stupid accident with some broken glass.
Holy cow. When you cut yourself, you go all the way, don't you? Thank you for your cooperation. Sorry to have bothered you, sir. You know how it is. With everything that's been going on, we prefer to be careful.
I understand.
Go on, Mr. Kane.
The body of a man was discovered in the restroom of an East End restaurant. The victim was stabbed several times with a steak knife, while just yards away, other customers were calmly eating their meals. Investigators are already on the trail of a suspect who fled the scene just before the body was discovered. Police have no other comment for the time being, but stay tuned for updates into this.
several times with a steak knife. Stabbed several times with a steak knife. With a knife.
When Marcus and I were kids, we were inseparable. He's the one who took care of me after our parents died. We kind of grew apart after he became a priest. But he's still the only person I really trust. The only one who might believe that I had nothing to do with all this mess.
I'm happy to see you. I missed you. It's been a while.
2 years.
So tell me what's happened, Lucas.
I've killed a man, Marcus. It happened in a restaurant last night. It's like I was possessed, in a sort of trance, like I was a puppet on a string. I saw what I was doing, but I was powerless to stop it.
My God. I can't believe this, Lucas. Tell me that it wasn't you. You're not capable of something like that.
And there's this, too.
You cut your wrists?
Before the murder, I carved these symbols on my arms with a knife. I don't know if they mean anything.
This murder? Exactly how did it happen?
Well, after work last night, I stopped at a little diner to get something to eat. I read a book at my table, I think. And after, it's just a black hole. I don't remember anything. Right up until I found myself in the toilets with a knife in my hand. It was horrible.
You say that you were in a sort of a trance. What do you mean by that? Are you talking about magic? Or sorcery? Or something like that?
Marcus, I don't have an explanation. I'm just telling you what happened, that's all. I'm only certain about one thing. I'm not the one who really killed that man.
Were there any witnesses? Did anyone see you?
Probably. I got out of the restaurant as best I could. The police still haven't identified me, apparently, but it probably won't take them too long to track me down. While I was doing this horrible thing, I saw something, or rather someone.
Was somebody else there with you?
No, it was like a sort of vision. I saw a man in the middle of hundreds of candles. And there was this little girl.
You saw a little girl?
She seemed alone, lost. She asked me to help her. What happened to me, Marcus? What am I supposed to do now? You know me better than anyone, Marcus. Help me.
Listen, Lucas, I'm a bit lost here. This whole story is just so bizarre. It might be better. Maybe you should go and tell your story to the police, Lucas. Turn yourself in before they find you.
Do you really think the police are going to believe a story like that? They'll throw me in prison for the rest of my life, and I'll never find out what really happened.
I am a priest, Lucas. The fact that you have taken a life is a very serious matter.
I told you that it wasn't me, Marcus. All these years and nothing's changed. You still never listen to me.
Lucas, don't ask me to make a choice between my faith and my brother.
I'm not a murderer, Marcus. You're the only person I can trust. I'm just asking you to believe me.
Very well. I'll do whatever I can for you, but I can't do anything that goes against my beliefs.
Look, I need to get some answers. I'll call you.
Here. You need this more than I do.
Marcus, you know that I don't believe in all that. Thanks. That kid, he's gonna slip on the ice. I've got to stop him. The cop in the restaurant. If I don't do something, the child will die. If I do something, the cop will recognize me. What am I gonna do? There he is. He's lost consciousness. Quick, I've got to go back up before I run out of air.
I know who you are. Don't move.
And thus my story ends, because by the stupidest of chances, I happened to run into the cop from the restaurant as he made his rounds in the park. It was one chance in a million, and I bought the winning ticket. I'll spend the rest of my days rotting in prison. I'll never know what happened to me that cold January night in an East End restaurant, because as far as the rest of the world is concerned, I'm just some murderer. There he is. He's lost consciousness. Quick, I've got to go back up before I run out of air. His heart, no longer beating. Quick, maybe it's not too late. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Patrol 324. Kid just fell into the water. Send an ambulance right away.
Man, what courage. The kid would have died. That guy's a hero.
He dove into freezing water to save the kid. The kid never would have made it out of there without him.
The cop recognized me. We both knew it. It's hard to say why he didn't turn me in. Maybe he decided I was even. I had taken a life and given one back. Nothing really changed for me. I was still wanted for murder by the police. But when I left that park, I knew I could look myself in the mirror again without cringing.
I've got this really bad habit for a cop. Once I start working on a case, I can't think about anything else. I'm exhausted. I haven't gotten a wink of sleep all night. Something's bothering me about this murder, but I just can't seem to put my finger on what it is.